Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Guys, today's session is here that English vocabulary session, which is guys very important for you because if you want to learn English, if you want to speak English, so guys, vocabulary is very important for you because want to speak English. So firstly, you have to gather lots of vocabulary so that you can use proper vocabulary to make the proper sentences and convey your proper message to the other person. Their vocabulary is important because guys, if you don't have a lots of vocabulary, then how you can convey your message to the other person, how you can convey your correct message, how you can use how you can use correct vocabulary to convey your correct message to the other person. So their vocabulary is very important. If you don't know, if you don't have a vocabulary, you can't make sentences, you can't speak English, you can't convey your message to the other person. So their vocabulary is very important for speaking English, for learning English, for speaking English. Vocabulary is very important. So in this video guys, I will share with you lots of important vocabulary which is very important. You can use all this vocabulary in your daily life conversation so that you can remember it for a long time. Okay, and guys, with vocabulary, pronunciation is also important because without pronunciation you can't speak English very well, because if you do wrong pronunciation, then you will convey your message to the you will convey your message to the other person wrong message. Okay, you will convey your wrong message to the other person because if you will do wrong pronunciation. So guys, learn pronunciation also. Pronunciation is also important with vocabulary. Okay, so learn in this video. I will teach you vocabulary and next is that pronunciation. Okay, so with vocabulary, pronunciation also important, so listen this video very carefully. Okay, so without any further let's get into the video. As you can see that on your screen, first vocabulary is here that nakal karna. Okay, nakal karna in English you can say that mimic. Okay, mic, mimic in English. In Hindi, nakal karna. Next is that shraddha. Okay, shraddha in English you can say that reverence. Reverence in Hindi, shraddha. Next is that bhayankar. Okay, bhayankar in English you can say that enraged. Enraged it means bhayankar. Next is that prakashmay. Okay, prakashmay in English you can say that radiant. Radiant in Hindi, prakashmay. Next is that janbuzkar. Janbuzkar in English you can say that deliberately. Deliberately in English, and in Hindi janbuzkar. Next is that apmanjanak. Apmanjanak in English you can say that offensive. Guys, listen very carefully. Pronunciation offensive. Okay, offensive it means apmanjanak. Next is that badnami. In English you can say that not notoriety. Okay, notoriety matlab badnami, notoriety. Next is that akramak. Akramak in English you can say that aggressive. Aggressive it means akramak. Next is that swarthi. Swarthi in English you can say that mercenary. Okay, mercenary. Guys, listen, mercenary it means swarthi. Next is that ahankar. In English you can say that arrogance. Arrogance in Hindi, ahankar in English, arrogance. Next is that mand buddhi. In English you can say that moron. Moron it means mand buddhi. Next is that bimari. Bimari in English you can say that in English you can say that alignment. Okay, in English I meant in Hindi bimari. Next is that hasmukh. In English you can say that cheerful. Cheerful means hasmukh. Next is that prashan. In English you can say that delegated. Delegated it means prashan. Next is that passion. Okay, passion in English we can say that glad. Okay, and guys, in this video guys, you can use this vocabulary to make the proper sentences. Okay, you can make lots of sentences with the help of this vocabulary, like I'm glad to see you. So with the help of this vocabulary you can make lots of sentences. Okay, glad it means present, and delegated it means also present. Okay, and next is that anandit. In English you can say that Mary it means anandit. Next is that ati present. Ati present in English you can say that static. Static matlab ati present. Next is that prachand. Prachand in English you can say that colossal. Colossal means prachand. Next is that udhar lena. In English you can say that borrow. Borrow it means udhar lena. Next is that udhar dena. Okay, udhar dena in English you can say that lend. Okay, lend. Guys, listen very carefully. Udhar dena. Okay, udhar dena in English you can say that borrow, and udhar lena, borrow, and udhar dena. Udhar dena in English we can say that lend. Okay, next is that sampati. In English you can say that assets. Assets it means sampati. Next is that samrat. Samrat in English you can say that emperor. Emperor it means samrat. Next is that vaibhav. Vaibhav in English you can say that splendor. Splendor it means vaibhav. Next is that mahima. Mahima in English you can say that majesty. Majesty it means mahima. Next is that mool bhav. Mool bhav in English you can say that bargain. Bargain in Hindi mool bhav. Next is that thopna. In English you can say that impose. Impose it means thopna. Next is that mand buddhi. Mand buddhi you can say that in English moron. Moron it means mand buddhi. Next is that chidhana. Chidhana in English you can say that annoy. ANNOY, annoy. Annoy means chidhana. So guys, today's session is ends here. I hope you all are liking and enjoying my video. So guys, if you relax my video, so don't forget like, share and subscribe. And one important thing I must want to say that guys, whatever I have said, whatever vocabulary I have said in this video, use all this vocabulary. And guys, use all this vocabulary to make the sentences. You can make lots of sentences with the help of this vocabulary. And guys, you can use all this vocabulary for like for a long time if you will use this vocabulary to make the lots of sentences. Okay, and do practice each and every day. And guys, try to speak with the help to make the lots of sentences, and try to speak English. Okay, so guys, we'll meet very soon in next video with new session. Till then guys, bye bye, take care, stay happy and healthy. Thank you for watching.